Hi everybody. We are going to talk a little bit about regrouping, also known as bundling, also known as carrying for old school folks. So it's really the difference between old math and the scary new math. But new math really isn't that scary. The new math is really for parents and children to get a better understanding of the numbers and what the numbers actually mean, because the numbers actually do mean something. So to have a better number sense and a better understanding of the relationship between the numbers, which is a very important thing to do because it sets the foundation for other higher order mathematical concepts. So if we look at the problem here, 46 plus 15. Old school way says to add your 6 and your 5, and then you get 11. So you put your 1 down here, you carry your other 1, and then you add 4 plus 1 plus 1, and you get 6, right? But the numbers themselves actually are very significant, especially this one here, the carrying. So part of the important thing to remember is that place value is really important when you're learning how to add, or when a child rather is learning how to add more complex numbers or larger numbers, 2-digit, 3-digit, 4-digit numbers. So I'll show you on here how I like to show it. I also like to use these, which are Montessori stamps, or Montessori stamp game, because the tangibles and also the colors and the fact that they have the numbers on it, it makes it a lot more understandable and a lot more manageable for children. So I will show you my little handy board. And so as you see, you have 3 places. Of course, there's more places than the 3, but for purposes of this, we'll work with the 10s in the 1 place. So the number 46, for example, if you look at 46, it's 4 and it's a 6, but it's not really 4 and 6. The 4 means that it's 40. There are 4 10s, which is 40 because the 4 is in the 10s place. The 6 represents 6 1s, 6 in the 1s place. So 40 plus 6 equals 46. So knowing that, and for a child to be able to be fluid with going back and forth between that 40 plus 6 is 4 10s and 6 1s, it makes math a lot more easier, especially when you get to doing larger numbers, when you get to learning decimals, when you get to rounding numbers. Knowing place value is really important. So we have the numbers, and we'll start here with the 46. So 46 is equal to 4 10s. Oops, backwards. So 10, 20, 30, 40. 4 10s equals 40. And you have 4 10s and 6 1s. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 1s. So that's 46. 40 plus 6 is 46. And here you have 15. So 15 is 1 10 and 5 1s. This is 15. 10 plus 5 is 15. So now when you're adding, of course you start with your 1s place, and you're adding 6 plus 5. So the concept of regrouping says that you group your 1s together to form a 10, which is where the carrying comes in. So we're going to make this larger number into a 10. So you have 6, and you need 4 more to make 10. So you've got your 10. So your 10, you replace with your 10 marker. So now those go away, and now you have a 10. So now what do you do with your 10? Your 10 doesn't belong in the 1s place anymore. Your 10 belongs in the 10s place. So you scoot it over here, which is where your carrying comes to place. So you add your 1, and then you add your 10s. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Put these together and you get 61, right? It's really simple when you think about it. So essentially, when you look at your math problem of your 46 plus your 15, when you carry your 1, you're not carrying 1. You're actually carrying a 10 because you're taking your 10 that you regrouped from your 1's place and you're putting it over in the 10's place. Then you're adding all your 10's up, right? So when you sometimes put it on paper or dry erase, or when you use manipulatives to show exactly what the numbers look like, it's a lot easier for you and also for your child to understand the numbers and to get a feel of the numbers. For children, or at least most children, feeling means a lot, the whole tangible aspect of it. To be able to touch the pieces, to be able to see brightly colored pieces with numbers on it, it makes it a lot easier to understand how the numbers actually go together, as opposed to just writing a number down on paper where you don't necessarily see a representation of them, which is why using Montessori stamps are important and useful, while using base 10s are important, and things like that. So regrouping, once again, it's taking the numbers, putting them together in a group, and then sort of reorganizing them in some way, shape, or form. So it's not necessarily that it's the new math and it's really scary. Just think of it more so as a different way of looking at the math, looking at the numbers, and doing the math, because it does make it a lot easier for kids going forward. So that concludes this. And if you have any questions, feel free to email me and give me a shout. I'll see you next time.